Hey guys, this is Katrinka, DC Girl, Cali World. I started this YouTube channel a few years ago when I moved to Los Angeles. Now I've traveled for many years, but I started to travel more once I moved to LA and I decided to start sharing my journeys. This trip isn't exactly for me, it's for my daughter. She decided to become a digital nomad in the middle of the pandemic, and it was my job to get her to her destination. So here I am landing in Washington, D.C. to go pick her up. I have been to national airports so many times for business purposes, and it was kind of cool to come here for personal reasons to get my daughter to her destination. And here we are out at the airport trying to weigh our bags to make sure that they're going to make it through check in. Um, and we started packing the car. You can see 2 bags in there now. More bags were to come. There's 5 bags in the trunk, and that's all that was fitting in the trunk. So the rest of them, we're going to have to figure out how to make it inside the car. But my daughter wanted lasagna as her final meal, so I had to oblige. And once we got everything packed, we headed out to the airport in the snow. Now here we are at the airport with all of the final luggage and the 2 cats. My daughter was not going to leave the country without her cats, so we did what we had to do to get them there, microchipped, vaccinated. We ended up with about 8 bags, including our carry-ons, and then we had our personal luggage. Here's a line for check-in, and after about an hour of reorganizing because it was tough, we finally made it to the international terminal. Now, here we are on Turkish Airlines. I love Turkish Airlines. They were so friendly. They feed you 2 meals. They give you earplugs and eye mask and slippers, and I just love Turkish Airlines. And here we are landing in Istanbul. Look at that beautiful coastline, the beautiful sunrise. And once we got all of our bags and got through customs, here we are in the airport waiting for our van to take us to our final destination. So our destination was a few hours away, about 6 hours away, and we stopped at a rest stop, and I saw a Starbucks, so I was a happy girl from the beginning. But yeah, this was a great opportunity for me to get to know her boyfriend and his father, who came and helped him or helped us get my daughter to her destination. And when we arrived, the cats were set free. Those are my grandkitties. They were learning their new home. And it was really, really cool or comforting when I got there because he had the whole apartment ready for my daughter. Her boyfriend did an amazing job at getting everything set up for her. This is her office. Where she'll be working from. He had the kitchen set up for her. My daughter loves to cook, so the kitchen was all set up. So here's her desk and chair, so she'll be able to work with her clients. Um, and yeah, it was kind of cool. It was like he was ready for her. And what more could a mother ask for? It was also cool because he was even so kind as to buy me gifts. So I got some candies. I also got a tea set along with some Turkish tea. Um, and then I got to go to the cafe. I've heard so much about this cafe, and it was one of the top things I wanted to do when I got there. As you can see, the vibes are really, really amazing in there. Here's a terrarium where he actually started with 3 turtles, and then the community started bringing in their turtles. So there's about 7 of them in there now. In this wall, I've seen in Instagram photos before, but yeah, he has all these different artists, musicians that he had pictures made of, and in his cafe, he only plays hip hop, reggae, and rock and roll. Now, the Turkish love to feed you. Here we are at dinner. It was, a light dinner, so it was okay. And here we are together after dinner taking a photo. Now, the next morning, I was taken out to a traditional Turkish breakfast, and then we spent more time at the cafe. I love that little chopper that he has. Um, and then we just hung out at the cafe. He gave me one of his chai teas, and it was actually pretty good. And then here's just more pictures of the artwork that he has hanging up in the cafe around the restaurant. Now, the next day, he took us to a town right off of the Black Sea. I can't remember the name of the town, but here we are entering. And my daughter has been there about 5 or 6 times, so she already knew of a boutique she wanted to show her mom. And then there's just more pictures of the town that we were visiting. Now, this is what they call Rabbit Island. The story is that someone put rabbits on that island many, many years ago, and the island is just full of rabbits. Nothing else but rabbits. And then look at that amazing view of the Black Sea. Then as the evening went on, he took us to dinner. This was a beautiful salad, and then we had some fish at this restaurant right on the Black Sea. And of course, tea. The Turkish love their tea. And here are pictures of the sunset as we ate dinner. The next day, we ended up going back to Istanbul and doing some shopping at the markets. We did some touristy things, saw all the sights, the mosque, and then had dinner that night and hung out at Taksim, which is like an outdoor shopping area, which was pretty cool. And from there, I ended up going back to the airport the next day. And my daughter decided to give me enough chump change to buy me one more Starbucks before I left.